Hey guys, this is Justin. Hello and welcome to my Halo E3 2021 reaction. Now, I do have a baby with me who's asleep right now, or almost asleep, so hopefully not too many interruptions as we go through this. But of course, the new campaign and multiplayer trailer for Halo Infinite just dropped at E3, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit concerned. So we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to start with the campaign trailer, but before I do, I'm just going to put it on the background and sort of give my general impressions. So I'll put the multiplayer trailer on. Why am I worried? And nothing in these two trailers, of course, it starts off with a Spartan ability. Regardless, nothing in these two trailers was super concerning. Nothing looked really bad. It was what was not included in the trailer. E3, I know a lot of people say it's not very relevant, but it is one of the biggest events for gaming news. It's where you actually start to see news like percolate and make its way into the mainstream a little bit. So the fact that only 5 minutes of E3 was dedicated to Halo Infinite is a little bit concerning when it was advertised alongside Starfield as the main attraction for the entire session. And the fact that pretty much all of what we got was out of context clips. Like looking at the multiplayer trailer here, we get zero information. There's no new information in this trailer besides for stuff presented visually. Like, of course, we get new guns. We get to see how the grapple shot works. But we don't learn anything about new game modes. We don't learn anything with the new BTB 2.0 mode. We don't even learn the release date. Now, some more information is coming out tomorrow, so I'll talk about that. But I am concerned that, because if Halo wanted 15 minutes of this 15 minutes worth of time, like Forza got, they could have gotten it. If they had 15 minutes of really interesting stuff to show off, they could have done it. This doesn't really show off anything. Of course, it shows how the game is going to play, and it shows a few maps. This looks like maybe a Valhalla remake or something. But I was expecting more, and I'm a little disappointed because not only are we, half a year away from launch, but we're half a year away from launch after we've already had a year of delay. So with that being said, I think we'll take a look first at the... Let's take a look at the... I think this is the entire presentation here. Just skip ahead. Bonnie. All right. So first of all, we actually do start on a positive note. I really like this right here. I'll talk about the visual fidelity and how it does look better in this. But one thing I've really wanted since rereading The Fall of Reach, which is I think the second or third in released order Halo book, I love the idea of these bases here. So, and if you look a little bit further, you can see we got a weapons cache here. We've got some sort of vehicle station here. I don't know what this is, but the idea of being able to like dynamically set up these bases within the surroundings and within Zeta Halo was really cool. Especially where like, look, you've got Marines kind of checking out the area around here, setting up defenses. That's really cool. I absolutely love that idea. The dog is making some noise now as well. Then we have up here, I first thought this was a second human base, maybe like a forward operating position or something, because I saw this red smoke. The initial trailer had red smoke from a human Marine. But yeah, you can clearly see this is a Jackal. This looks like some sort of part of the base and energy, something related to energy. We see maybe a Brute and a Grunt here. So yeah, interesting. Pelican flying by. All in all, this looks great. When it comes to visual fidelity, we're seeing the improvements that I was expecting. We're not going to see a dramatic change in art style through the delay, but what we do see is less pop-in, better foliage density. The textures are kind of holding up a bit better at a distance. Just generally, the open world aspects from a technical perspective do look, I think, better. We see, some shadows and stuff. So overall, this is an improvement. One that the average fan might not pick up on. But if you compare the two, especially with the removal of some of the pillars, which I think made the game look kind of artificial. This is one of my big problems, though. And it's kind of funny because the Outer Worlds 2 trailer kind of actually parodied this, where we've got, basically a meaningless action sequence. We've got Chief floating through debris. It'll probably have nothing to do with the game. It's just a hero shot. It's like, again, you're losing very little by skipping this. It's,
There's not much time.
I saw it as a callback to the Halo 4 trailer, which I guess was kind of cool. Of course, the art style for Chief looks good.
If you knew how you were going to die, you knew how you were going to die.
But yeah, you guys can probably see what I mean with that. Of course, we also have Cortana 2.0. I'm not going to talk too much about the campaign. That probably deserves a video on its own. It's pretty clear they're dropping what happened in Halo 5 and Halo 4. That's fine. Obviously, Cortana being an enemy will be an aspect. We got Cortana, the new Cortana. I'm not sure if she's played by Jen Taylor. Sounds like it, but...
Okay, then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions change. They always do.
Are you sure?
So yeah, we're setting up for a new story. Curious to see what happens, but not a lot there. The first minute was great. The last bit, not a whole lot. Let's take a look at campaign though. And this is where I started to get really concerned because again, Halo Infinite is going free to play, which is great. For me, they needed two things to be successful. One, they needed to perfect the classic experience, even if it is involving armor abilities or sprinting or clambering, the things that I probably wouldn't have in my Halo game. Still, you can still perfect the Halo experience with those. But I also think that Halo needed something to bring casual fans in, to bring new fans in, especially where there is this gigantic opportunity as a free-to-play experience. People are talking about B2B 2.0, and again, we might get more information about that tomorrow, but if there was something truly, really revolutionary and exciting, more than just 12 versus 12, which we know is what the max player count is going to be with being able to call an ordinance, I think they would have mentioned it here because, again, E3 is the big opportunity to really reach a lot of fans, and people are saying E3 doesn't have the same kind of reputation and the same reach as it used to. That's true, but it still has more reach than a Halo Waypoint article or a Halo YouTube video.
This holiday,
there were 200,000 people watching this. One thing that people are complaining about that I'm not going to nitpick on, shield colors. You can see when the person has their shields hit, it goes really bright yellow, which be a distracting, and I think maybe there's kind of a greater problem with the art style being a little cartoony. I'm not sure. But yeah, it doesn't bother me a whole lot. Also, one thing that you'll see is there are no team colors. So this person does have red on their armor. However, that's just a coincidence. I think that's CQB or whatever it's called. The armor looks great. I'm not going to complain about that. We see a weapon skin there as well, the Needler. But yeah, you can see that people are just wearing whatever they want, and that's how the new armor coloring system works, and I guess they're going to use an outline. This map looks a little flat. I think it's a lighting thing, and it almost seems like it has dynamic weather, but just being so gray, I think it's kind of a boring look. But yeah, we just see, again, cut down clips, no context of what's happening, someone gets shot by a shotgun. How is that supposed to be exciting? Like this clip here, like what is exciting about this clip? Someone gets shot by a shotgun, pulls a weapon off the wall. It's a kill. We do see a new armor ability, so maybe I'm being a little too harsh. Seems to be like, it's like a Promethean vision in a grenade. A lot of focus on the grappling hook. It's hard for me to judge what the grappling hook will be like. Just because we don't know how easy it's going to be to get in-game. I will say, though, it looks like there's some nice water effects on this roof here through the window. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, the grappling shot seems very, very powerful. You can do things like this. We can see it like instant hijacks vehicles and stuff. But that's the kind of equipment that I'm happy is added into the game. Especially if it's available on an even playing field. The announcer has the Halo 4 issue. It's whatever. Doesn't sound great, but getting more equipment here. If they use this like Halo 3, where it's very limited, and they're just kind of showing it off for trailers, like, you know, every Halo 3 gameplay multiplayer trailer back in the day had the bubble shield involved, and if you go off of that, it looks really overpowered. But if you, of course, when you play the game, it's not nearly as frequently used, and sometimes not used at all. I think she's seeing herself in the... in the video.
Skewer
Like
acquired.
grabbing weapons, that's cool. The skewer looks really powerful. This is a bit concerning, being able to. I'm hoping that like for the air jacking or whatever they call it, it's not automatic. You just get pulled in that direction, and then if you happen to grab it, then you get it. So less of like a just cause type of thing, and more of like I don't know. And it does seem to be that way. Just hard to tell from the trailer.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base.
Some nice looking god race here.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it.
I wish they'd just go for the old. This is a very very small complaint, but I wish they would just go with the old style man cannons. So at first I thought this was Valhalla, but I mean, it could be a spiritual successor, but this doesn't really match what Valhalla looked like.
To base.
One thing there, the ghost. Let me just go back a second. We can see a bit more.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound.
So like vehicle damage is going to be a big thing. I'm excited to see how that plays out. The new banished Banshee looks great.
The flag is ours. Please call at your.
I don't know what the deal with this new AI is going to be. It's supposed to be like the AI from New Mombasa, the superintendent. A little too wordy for me. I'd prefer if there's going to be something like that. I'd rather just be kind of idle chatter from like the Spartans, which I actually liked in Halo 4, but people really didn't. I don't know what's going on here. Cool.
Now, show me what you.
Cool armor. This is just kind of showing off the full extent of like the armor. It's cool, but like I don't know what's in this that we didn't already know exists. That's my main problem. They've got a chance to give us information about the game. We know that the armor customization is going to be insane. A lot of that, the trailer kind of shows that. That's cool. We know most of these weapons exist. We do get a look at maybe one new armor ability, or pick up the Promethean grenade, I'm just going to call it. Stop. But I was hoping for a reveal. I was hoping to learn something new here, and I didn't. So, yeah, those would be my general thoughts on things. As I said, a little disappointed. I'm a little concerned about where Halo Infinite is going. Fingers crossed, though. Let me know what you guys thought, though. Did you watch this live? Did you watch this on X2? Maybe link to my initial reactions down below. Until next time, though, guys, be safe. Have a good one. May the Force be with you.